Hi everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with my April TBR. Let's jump right into it. I have a lofty April TBR again because who knows what's going on necessarily in the world and when I will be going back to work. So I have books. If I end up heading back to work, then I will probably get none of these read because the kids will be home and off of school. But I do have a couple of my arcs that I have pulled out, and then I have a couple backlist titles. I've been really mood reading, and I've realized that that's incredibly helps my mental health right now. I've just been really into like thrillers and horror, and it's just what I've been gravitating towards. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna fight it. And I pulled a couple things that I think I'm really interested in. We'll see if that's the case. I don't know. This is just what I'm like tentatively feeling right now. Whether or not that changes throughout the month of April, it very well may. I've also been binge watching The Magicians while I've been home. So a couple of these are like urban fantasy based because I feel like that might be also a vibe that I'm into. We'll figure that out. Chasing Lucky by Jen Bennett, the arc. I have that from NetGalley. So that is one of the things that I will definitely be reading. That doesn't come out for quite a while, but it's Jen Bennett and I was able to get the arc. I love Jen Bennett. I've really not been into any kind of contemporary or like YA contemporary or romance, but I feel like if anybody's gonna get me out of it, it's Jen Bennett, but I do have that. So I'm planning to read that, hopefully. I also have Little Universes by Heather Demetrios because, again, I really like her writing. This is a darker YA, I believe, about siblings whose parents get swept away in a tsunami and die. Fun, right? I don't really know how this one's going to go. This one comes out in April though, so I'm a little behind the 8 ball on this one, and it's one that I am really interested in. Hopefully this is one that I can get to and find out how I feel about it and let you guys know, because I've been reading a lot of arcs. I've just been reading a lot of arcs out of order because I've been reading all my thriller horror first. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit better. Also, how do we feel about this? Because I'm in isolation here. I didn't put anything in my hair. This is just like my natural hair as it dried. It's a lot. Anyway, I also have Lobizana by Romina Garber. This one I believe is also an urban fantasy. I think this has like witches and werewolves and a whole bunch of like really cool magical creatures. I've seen a lot of people reading this and really enjoying it. I feel like this is going to be the kind of vibe that I'm going for, but I don't know until I get into it. So I'm hoping that this one really grips me. I feel like it will. Again, I'm feeling that like urban fantasy type vibe, so this one might gel with that. I have The Hearts We Sold. This is on my list for Read 20 in 20. And this one is about demons, I believe, that like trade favors and things for body parts. It feels dark enough that it might work for me, and this is one of my earliest Owlcrate books. I did a try chapter on this forever ago and I didn't mind it, and I have Emily Lloyd Jones's The Bone House, and I'd like to read this before that, so you know, again, urban fantasy, we'll see how I feel. Continuing on that train, we have Iona Andrews' Magic Bites. This one I believe is also urban fantasy, or maybe just fantasy. I don't really know, but this is one that's been sitting on my shelves for quite a while, and I feel like it's one of those like darker murder magic circles. Again, I'm seeing the word Atlanta on the back, so I'm assuming it's urban fantasy. Maybe this works. Who knows? Similarly, I'm adding in there An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. This one I did start and I just didn't get very far. I'm only 50 pages in. This one is definitely an urban fantasy about like a magical competition. I have high hopes for it. I just did not continue, so I'm going to try to pick that one back up again. And then I have The Accident Season by Moira Foley Doyle. It's the only one by her I have not read yet, and I've really loved her other books. They're very whimsical, very dark, and I feel like that's also kind of the vibe that I'm in right now. So hopefully this is one that connects with me. I think this is probably notorious as like the least favorite of her works, but I've just loved her work so much. I feel like I'm still gonna really enjoy this one. Then we have a couple of books that are just kind of like toss-ups. I have Neverworld Wake by Marcia Pessel. This one is, I read Night Film. I really liked Night Film. Super creepy. I'm hoping this one gives me kind of the same vibes. Again, I'm here for all the thriller horror type things, and I'm pretty sure this is like a Groundhog's Day murder situation. We'll find out. I know a lot of people that have read it and really, really loved it, and I'm hoping I really like it. Again, just the vibe I'm in. Then we have Tuesday Mooney Talks to Ghosts. This one came in an Unplugged book box, and I think Maddie from the Book Pusher just read it and gave it 5 stars, really, really liked it, and said she really recommends it. I don't know anything about it, but I have high hopes. So I threw this in there because it's ghosts, and again, I think urban fantasy-ish, or just fantasy. I don't really know. I don't know if it's actual ghosts. It was a 5-star read on somebody else's Goodreads, and I need some guaranteed 5 stars. So that's what I've been pulling. And then I have a couple of continuations in series that I want to get to. So I will be reading Myra Grant's Symbiont. I don't really know. This is the follow-up to Parasite, where pills give you little alien parasites that are starting to take over and turn people into zombies. This is book 2, and we're going to see how things go. It's very apocalyptic and very virus pandemic-y, and I'm kind of okay with that right now. I mean, I did just read Station 11 last month, so I feel like this one might work for me, and I just really love Myra Grant's writing. One of my goals for the year is to read her backlist, so that one's going to happen. And then I also have This Cruel Design, which is by Emily Suvada. This is the follow-up to This Mortal Coil, which again is a sci-fi zombie-ish, again with like a medical feel, thriller, mystery, YA. This one is adult, definitely adult. This one's more YA. But again, I've read book 1 of both of these series, and I want to continue with series. I don't want to let them just drag on. And they feel kind of fitting. They're both very like apocalyptic, health, science, zombie-ish. We're going to see. We're going to see how these two work out. So do I have a lot of books? Yeah, I do. I did not read that much as of right now in March. Today's the 24th, and I think I've only read 10 books, but I'm definitely picking up now with some time at home, so hopefully I'm able to push through some of these books. I don't think I'm going to read all of them. Again, I'm really letting myself mood read. I'm being very forgiving with myself when it comes to what I'm reading, and just letting myself enjoy the process. I might throw on other arcs if I see people talking about them and I have them, but I do have like 4-ish arcs that I'm really into. We'll see how they work out. And then just some of my backlist urban fantasy thriller-ish ones. I don't have a ton left because I've been binge reading through everything. I just finished some Dawn Kurtagich books, which are like YA thriller, horror, psychological thriller, very, very like House of Leaves inspired, really creepy houses in all of them. I really, really am enjoying it. I will be reading Library of the Unwritten still, hopefully in March. You'll know, well, you won't know. I don't think my wrap-up will be up by the time this is going up. I'm reading The Child Thief right now. Again, anything like urban fantasy, mystery, thriller, horror, like dark, gritty worlds is what I'm gravitating towards right now. And they're making me really happy. So I'm diving in. I'm embracing it. That is my TBR for April. If any of these are ones that you're interested in, definitely let me know down below if you want to do any kind of a buddy read. I've been doing a lot of FaceTime or Google Hangout or StreamYard, just like hangouts and reading with people while we're all just kind of social distancing. So that's been really fun. I'm hoping to continue that through the month of April. I'm trying obviously not to buy books because I'm trying to let like shipping and mailing and everything go to like essential goods. So I'm not ordering any new books, but if there's anything that you know that I have that you would be interested in buddy reading with me that's along this same urban fantasy thriller mystery horror, definitely let me know. I've been really drawn to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I might throw that in. And I did place a survival book outlet order that is all thriller horror books, so those might make their way in if they get here in time for April's reading. Basically, stay tuned. This is my tentative, what I'm interested in right now, and we'll see where I get to. That's going to be it for my April TBR. Let me know down below if any of these have been like a 5-star book for you, if you recommend I prioritize one over the other, if you want to buddy read anything. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy wherever you are. Know that I'm thinking about you if you want to reach out. My DMs, my PMs, my messaging, everything is usually always open. So feel free to hit me up on any of my social media listed down below, and let me know if you just need somebody to chit chat with. I am around, I'm here for you. And that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll see all of you in my next one. Bye guys.